Yo, welcome to Name That Blunder. So this is a new idea for a series. What happened was I was playing the London and it was a pretty interesting game and I was thinking of uploading it to YouTube. I was recording it live and did a post analysis. But when I was doing post analysis, I realized that I'd blundered a few times. So I thought it'd be interesting to start a series where viewers can try to identify blunders mid-game. Because let's face it, I'm 1250. I blunder quite a bit. So try to identify the blunders, have a general sense of how many blunders I had during this game. Anyways, this is a London first game of the series. Let's go. All right, we're going to play some live games here. So let's play the London against 1159. I'm at 1233. All right. Took a minute for that move. Interesting. We will just continue to develop. I like to wait for this bishop to develop before I play the knight because basically I don't like this pin. It just feels very passive, and if he wants a pin now and use an extra tempo, that's fine with me. Now we can always attack this bishop if we want because it is stuck on the king side. So let's see. From here I like to play c4 since he didn't show any initiative to play c5 himself, so we will ask him if he wants to take, and if he does, we will take with the bishop with tempo. Well, I don't know if it's with tempo, actually. So he does that. That's fine. Puts the check in, develop the knight. If he takes, we'll take with the pawn. It's okay. That works. Now, another thing to note about the bishop coming down is that he has a weak square on b7. So maybe a future attack. A follow-up to that would be taking the knight if we're able to. So, okay, we're going to develop our bishop. We're ready to castle at some point, although I wouldn't say it's very necessary at this time. So he's obviously thinking about this move, which is fine. If we castle, we get rid of the pin. Although it's not very aggressive. That move is not very aggressive. We can also pin ourselves. And he can't go back, so that would be interesting. Now, if he moves here, we can just move there. Let's put the pin on, although it's waste of tempo. Like if we castle for safety, he might castle. So I'm going to put the pin on myself because I want to keep the aggression level high. Oh, wow, he just takes straight up. That's interesting. Now he might move here. Oh, that's just not a good move. That is a very bad move. Actually, I think he might be okay. Okay, he's okay. Never mind. I don't want to trade queens here, so... Although we might have to now. He's attacking here. I mean, we could move there. I guess that'd be our only move if we don't want to trade queens. And then follow up here. Let's not trade queens. We're going to protect this pawn, though. And then our next move will likely be the knight up to attack the queen. I mean, that's not pinned, so that actually just helps us develop. And now he's just looking at air. Probably... I mean, this is a much better move, but I think that I just move up one. Oh, no. Actually, yeah, move up one. He really wants to trade, huh? Can I get anything out of a trade? Not really. I can get this bishop. I mean, I'd rather let him trade. And then I can retake and open up the A file, and that connects all my pawns. So that's way better for me. So I think castling here is fine. We'll castle, and if he wants to take, we'll take with the pawn. And now we have just solid pawns. He's going to go after this. But he just hung that. So I think we just take here. He's going to get that, but we have this pawn then, and he's not castled. Does he have a follow-up here? Check. But we'll just take this pawn. Check doesn't do much. We just move our king out of the way. So I'm not too afraid of that. Now, can we stop him from castling? It doesn't look like it. We can go here. And then we're looking at this unprotected pawn here. Okay. Yeah, we probably don't want to do that. So let's see. Actually, let's go here. And then this stops him from castling ever. Might go here, but then we just bring it back. Probably want to get this out of the way as well. At some point. Now where to? I think there's fine. So we have to be careful about this. So if we go here, he goes here. But then we put the pin on him, right? Because this is unprotected. So let's see if he does that. We're expecting him to go here. It's really his only move. And now he's pinned. He has pinned himself. Now, do we want to use this one? No, we want to use this one. But then he just, yeah, he can't go back now. And then the next move is here. You put pressure on the pin. I guess he can, yeah, no. Because now he's hanging. Yeah, see, that doesn't work. You got to be careful about the pin and the undefended piece that's behind the pin. Now, obviously, we're going to pick off this rook next. Unless he does something like... He's got to move his king out of the way. Okay. So that's a pretty solid example of the London, the power of the London. I actually had 3 blunders, so let's actually go through this. All right, let's quickly go through this game. So London game, very standard. I play c4 instead of c3 because it puts pressure on the center. If he takes, you can recapture with your bishop, having trouble with the lines. But yeah, you just get to develop while taking your pawn back. So I like it. He trades, and yeah, I knew this was inaccurate, but I really did not capitalize on it because I went a little too hard with the queen, which actually doesn't accomplish anything here. And yeah, the best move is to attack with the knight, and then the queen has to move. And if the queen moves here, you take with the knight, and you're taking with tempo because you're attacking the queen straight up. And he can't take back, because if he takes back with the pawn, then you take back with check, and then you're getting the rook. So that's not good for him. And if he goes down, you take with check, and then he has to take with the pawn, and basically his structure's really wrecked here, so you're up by about 2. So I did not capitalize on that. Instead, we traded. I didn't want to trade the queens, and I made a huge mistake here. So yeah, I said he wasn't really pinning me so I could move and attack. But when I did this, I didn't realize the G-pawn was undefended. So G2 is just really weak. He could have taken that and just absolutely crushed my whole structure. My whole position would have been wrecked. Luckily, he didn't see it. He traded, and I thought it was good because it just opens the A file, connects all my pawns together. Then he drops the bishop. Then we trade pawns a bit. Yeah, the reason I went here was I just, what was I thinking? Oh, I was going after this weak spot, but yeah, the reality is he can push down. And then I'm, by not taking here, I'm actually trapped on my knight because he can play h5. I didn't see this, but anywhere I go is done. You got to take here, and then he's going to recapture. So he was stuck with h5. Didn't see that either, so got to be careful there. And then the idea of going here is I just wanted to make it so he couldn't castle. And yeah, looks like still just floundering around a bit. Here, I just, this happened to me a lot throughout my thousands ratings. Moving from 1,000 to 1,200, I've learned not to pin myself with something that is of higher value behind it that is undefended. So this rook is undefended, And that means this is stuck here. The knight's stuck here. And yeah, he got punished because when he moves out of the way, it's just GG. You get the rook for free. So really, and if you look at his position, he has really no other moves. Like, he's just got to move his king down to get the rook over to protect this. And then, yeah, it looks like, yeah, I can't even go here because he'd likely just do this. Yep. So you just got to think of that pin. And at this level, this happens a lot. So GG. And yeah, London game. Have a good one. Peace. Catch me at Twitch, twitch.tv/YoBeebs.